I can't wait till we get better microphones for this. Yeah. Like, these look nice, but in reality, like, the quality, like, I literally got these $80 off Facebook Marketplace from some guy that was, like, trying to start a podcast, and I'm like...
I mean, they're good mics, but, like, it's just because I'm weird, and I don't speak into it.
I don't know.
It's, like, normal.
Yeah.
The design for these is weird. I think it would have been better if they designed it to like, talking like this.
Oh, yeah?
Like, the design for it kind of throws me off a little bit.
You should write something on ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah, I see.
And then build it.
Just build a microphone?
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, they make so many good, like, if we can get, like, some good, like, Shure microphones. Sure, if you're watching this, you want to sponsor us?
Honestly, I'm going to email them.
Yeah.
I'm going to email them.
Like, hey, I got a few podcasts. Give me some microphones.
I got sponsored by lenses and filters for my movie just because I emailed them. I was like, hey, like, we'll do BTS.
Bro, if we can get sponsored by, like, a good microphone company.
They saved us, like, $40,000.
That's amazing.
What
project was it?
I helped produce a Western horror movie.
Oh, nice.
It took us 2 years to film it.
Oh, my gosh.
But, yeah, like, we literally got sponsored by the lens company and filters because we were trying to do all this, like, weird ghost stuff. Yeah. And we need, like, smudges and weird filters. And so that was really cool to be sponsored.
Do you like to watch?
For you guys wondering, I'm just waiting. We ordered food, so I'm waiting here. So if I check the thing, I'm not just ignoring her.
It's okay. You don't have to listen to me anymore.
Yeah, just talk to the side of the mic.
Yeah.
I won't even be recorded. It's all good.
Do you like scary movies?
I don't.
Really?
Wait, what? I didn't know this.
Yeah, I don't like scary. I'm the one that's like,
stop.
Like, even if nothing's happening. Yeah, I don't like them.
The tension.
The tension. I like making them. They're fun to make.
Are they scary to make?
No.
Oh.
No.
I like the mindfuck movies.
When you're recording something, like, really cool, when you go back and rewatch it, like, it's like, oh, my God.
It's because of being in film that horror movies don't have the same effect on me anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know...
Because you know how it works.
I know the special effects that go into it.
Yeah.
I know, like, how it's all made.
Because when you're shooting it, it's not scary because you're focused and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, well, it depends on how crazy the actor gets, though, because, like, there's moments where you're like, I can't believe you got to that level.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in a weird place and it's just creepy in general and then someone's, like, sneaking up on you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be scared anyways.
It does, like, affect your sleeping and stuff, like, you know.
Yeah.
I know that when I'm, like, going through acting classes, I've noticed a lot of classes and teachers, they refuse to hit the horror genre because they think it's fake acting. Like,
I've heard that.
Not the class that me and you have been in, but, like, the class before that, she refused to touch horror because it was like, it's not real acting. All you have to do is sit there and scream. And I'm like, what about
superhero movies? Like, they're not actually flying.
Yeah.
Like, what is she talking about?
That's why I told her, like, I like the independent mindfuck kind of horror movies. Not like the classic Hollywood jump scares every 5 seconds, but, like, the ones that really kind of, like, they make you question reality. They make you question just, like, everything. You're like, what is going on?
And you're, like, screaming at the person because you're watching what's happening to them. Oh.
Have you seen Mystic River?
No.
I don't think I have.
Oh, okay, you guys got some homework to do.
Okay.
Mystic River.
Yeah. Sean Penn, and there's some other big name actors in there. I forgot.
I've seen, like, the trailer for it.
It's older. It's like I think a 90s, late 90s, but it's a thriller.
I love Sean Penn. There was that one movie that he was in. He played the guy with autism, had a daughter.
Milk?
No.
No, not Milk.
Shoot, I have to look it up.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It was older, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit older.
Yeah. So if you don't like scary movies, what kind of movies do you like watching?
I like sci-fi, fantasy,
I Am
drama.
Sam.
I Am Sam, yeah. That is older.
Have you seen I Am Sam? No.
I haven't seen a lot of movies.
Really?
Yeah. Like any of, like, the cult classics. Like, I haven't seen Fight Club. I haven't seen, like, The Godfather. Like,
oh, no.
I know.
It's my favorite movie.
I mean, I've seen pieces of it, you know, but, like, not the whole thing. But none of them.
Fight Club is my shit.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I love
Breakfast Club.
Like, I remember when I first watched Fight Club, I didn't understand it. I was young. So I was like, what is going on?
It's a deeper meaning movie.
Yeah, like, I was young.
You can't be like a kid and watch it because, like, you're just watching it for the fighting. You have to have a deeper understanding about, like, what they're actually doing. And especially because, like I don't want to spoil anything, but like the end.
Spoil it, dude. It's from the like 94.
Yeah, if you haven't actually seen it, like I don't want to spoil it for those who she hasn't seen it. So it's like
I'm a spoiler guy. It's in the 90s. I'm sorry.
Well, it's like you can't talk about it, right?
Yeah, you can't talk about it.
That's all I know about
number one Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah,
that's a great.
That's all I know about it.
I started a Fight Club in high school.
What?
Of course you did.
Yeah, no, I grew up a little fighter kid, so I watched it, and I was going to like a performing arts high school.
Yeah.
And I had so much pumped up stuff in me. I'm like, and I went up to like the biggest kid in the school, and I was like, "Hey, you seen the movie Fight Club?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You ever thought about like doing that in real life?" Yeah. And he was like, "Not really, no." And I'm like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Just fight. Let's duke it out. We're cool."
It's an old gentleman's club.
Yeah, and we ended up doing. We did one fight, and then immediately like, yeah, no, this ain't it, bro.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I was gonna ask if you like got in trouble by the school, if they found out about it or not.
Well, we went. Well, they didn't find out. We literally after school we walked over to the park, and then it was just me and him, and then we just duked it out at the park.
Nice.
Those are old school days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meet me at the park.
Yeah.
Dude, meet me at trouble.
Meet me at the basketball court down the street.
Yeah. If you were actually fighting, like in my town, like the cops would be waiting for us.
Really?
They would like find out, and like half the school would come, and like all the cops would shut it down. Like
it became a big thing.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's there.
Yeah.
Well, the school fights, it spreads like
especially
wildfire.
as it starts at school.
Yeah.
And then you talk about it all
like,
day.
Did you see that?
Bro.
You're pumped.
Yeah. Hey, do you know that they're gonna
crazy.
fight? They're gonna fight. Oh yeah, we gotta go.
We gotta go. Like whoever, they're backing up whoever's side.
Yeah. And they're like, okay, everyone form a circle.
Yeah.
Bro.
We should do a scene like that. Let's film like something.
Yeah. It has to be before phones. Like when we didn't have phones. I mean, I had phones in high school, but it wasn't the same. Like
you had to like pay for text and shit.
I had like 5 text messages left. Yeah. I had an old flip phone.
Me too.
Yeah. I've known you for a little while now. You were the first person out here that I met in the film industry.
Oh, cool.
You were the first person on my very first set.
Nice.
It was going on
not a nice set.
4 or 5 years ago, I think it was now. Little student film and stuff, terrible production, but it was one of those things. We've told this story a lot, but it was a terrible production.
Yeah.
But it was like one of those things that like
trauma bonded you.
I gotta at least meet someone from this set. I can't have this whole thing just be a throwaway thing. I gotta meet someone. So me and him, we met. There was another guy that we kind of talked to a little bit, but I didn't really keep up too much. But then after that, it was just like we just kept. I don't even remember how we ended up. Like I know that we messaged like a month later, I think. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was like, "Hey, you want to get coffee? Want to
just hang
link
out?
up?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And then we kind of just like met up, and then
that was the end of that.
That's
all she wrote.
And then you did the first podcast for your
that was
years
later.
podcast.
Oh yeah, that was way later.
I know, but like this is super cool that you guys are back on.
Yeah, this is like the full circle type of thing for like, and it was.
Do you remember we tried to do a photo shoot before? Do you remember that at your apartment?
So.
Do you remember that? I was like, yo, let's do a photo shoot.
I had the pictures.
Yeah, you've been wanting to do this for a long time.
I've been trying to do this for years, and then now here it is.
Yeah.
So the people will see it soon.
You literally, it was in my old apartment in Mesa.
Standing against a white wall.
And I was like, trying to do a podcast. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it. I'm like, because I wasn't ready to actually do it yet.
Yeah.
And you're just like, let's do it.
You just made the intro.
Try it.
Yeah.
That was it. He just made the intro.
Yeah, I was like, I just made the intro for the movie podcast. All right, let's do it. Like, I had no structure for it, nothing for it. It was literally, are they here? Almost here, it says.
We're getting food.
1 minute away. Oh, that's your phone.
Oh.
That is my phone. Do you remember Corey?
Yeah.
It's Corey.
Is it Corey?
Yeah. I thought I put on Do Not Disturb. Sorry, guys.
No, you're chilling.
I am on Do Not Disturb. It went through anyway.
That happens to my phone.
He probably double called you then. If you double call and Do Not Disturb.
Must be important.
Oh, it does go through.
It must
if
be
you didn't
important.
answer that, you can answer that.
Yeah. Well,
that's
let's
all
stop
right.
Yeah.
I don't know how important it is.
But yeah, you were.
If he calls again, maybe we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had Kalmar, which I think
I met him once.
Yeah, you met Kalmar
at the old apartment.
Yeah, old apartment. But he was the one that originally got the idea of acting. But you were the first one to I was able to meet and stuff, and so.
In the industry.
Yeah. It was you were the first one to I actually bonded with out here in the industry. I was brand new to the industry, didn't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
And then met you, and then it was just kind of going from there.
Yeah. I mean, I think just for film in general, that's just kind of what I that film was, I just came back. Like I took a break from acting, about a year off. And I don't want to say like a year off. My life was, I was over here now.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, cool. Let me see what I'm going to do. Get back into it. Jumped in the student film. And it just was, all right, it was a student film. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. I don't help student films anymore.
It was, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, it wasn't even like a capstone project. Right. That's what I learned. Like, even when you're in the student film world, it's just like a quarterly project for them.
Right.
You know, like the director was like, I just needed a grade. And I was like, well, what did I need? Oh, I needed good footage and I didn't get it.
Right.
Dang. You know, and it was like...
It was good for me in the sense that it was my first time getting lines.
Yeah.
Right.
Getting a character.
The first time on camera, like jumping in.
It's like their first time too, to be honest. Like the students.
Like, honestly, it was a good introduction for me to get into the world. Yeah. I didn't get just shoved into a giant set with like, oh, here's 40 pages, memorize these, and now here's this character. Like, it was a good ease into it a little bit of like, okay, here's who my character
pressure,
is. Yeah. So, I'm thankful that it was like, that was like my first experience onto all of it.
Yeah.
Well, have you been acting since? Like, are you still... Is that still your thing? Because I know, like, when we talked last time, I remember the podcast was like, that and your photography work was really like his passion, right? And he said he was going to do some film work, and I just didn't know. Have you still been doing it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Acting, that's been one of the main things over the last like 4 or 5 years consistently. That's remained the number one thing.
That
like,
you want.
Nothing has taken in precedent over acting. Acting in film, like, once I set that as my career, that's the career.
Yeah.
I obviously, like, you've known me to have different passions with, like, I tried doing photography and stuff, which I still do photography.
Yeah,
you make money doing it.
It's what you're good at.
Yeah.
You know, it's something you're good at.
But I realized it was just too much of dancing around different things, and like even the podcast that got kind of, it didn't take priority, but it was like more consistent type of thing for right now. But like, I haven't been as consistent with like looking for roles, like going on Actors Access backstage and all those kinds of things to find stuff.
Yeah.
But especially like if someone offers me a role or reaches out and says, hey, there's this role, I'm always down to look at it. Like, acting and film is still like my number one career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do with it? Like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, like where do you see that? And this question goes, I don't think it's my podcast. It goes for you too, right? Like, what do you want to do in the film world or, entertainment industry?
You go first.
My ultimate thing is to have an entertainment empire. I want to have a full production company, have like my own version of A24 in a way.
Oh, sweet.
Be able to produce our own movies.
B25?
Yeah, B25. There you go.
That's hilarious.
But no, like have that like, that's so under my own umbrella production company, be able to just let's crank out 6 features this year type of thing.
Yeah.
And just like cranking them out, but also being able to like act in my own stuff. Like how like Dwayne Johnson has his own production company, but he acts in all of his own stuff.
Yeah.
Or like Mark Wahlberg or any of like those big people, like they have their own production
Just make
companies.
enough money to like fund your own movies and then you distribute them. And it stacks up. Like I'm on my way to that. I have 2 movies that I own percentages of. And when they come out, I'm like going to get residuals for the rest of my life. And so you just like, for me, my plan is to like continue working on movies where I own percentages of it. And like when I'm 40, I'll just get like a fat bunch of checks basically. But I also have like, I work as a camera operator, and so I want to work on like Marvel movies and like be one of the main calls.
Yeah,
I would love to do a Marvel movie.
What other? I shouldn't say this, but I don't.
Go for it.
I don't want to. I don't want to do Marvel movies. Anyways, I'm sorry.
I want to be on movies that are like that caliber, like with that money.
Budget. Yeah, and I say that in the sense of if someone offered me one, I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm saying superhero world is
it's such a like with that much money. With that much money, it would be fun. Yeah. Like it really would.
I think especially behind the camera, like you're doing so many different things and like working with it, and same thing with in front. I'm not doubting anyone's skill here or talent.
It's just like such a well-oiled
machine. What you like,
Yeah.
Like you don't like watching scary movies,
right?
I should say I just don't like watching superhero movies. Right. So I don't see myself in that.
It has to be
true.
set up
If that
in a
makes
certain
sense, I
way
should
for
say
me to
like
like
that.
a superhero movie. I've always loved supernatural movies, like to where there's supernatural abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I like Batman. Robert Pattinson is the greatest Batman.
Yeah, I
don't
think
care
so.
what nobody says.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
The soundtrack, the like noir of the film. He's like mysterious, and that's the superhero movie I like.
I also have two movies and a TV series that I want to produce in my lifetime. Yeah, one of them's like Avatar level budget, and like that'll be like one of my last movies I do when I collect a bunch of like investors over my life. And
Food too.
Hey, brought to you by Filiberto's.
I want to find my emotional support animal, which is my phone.
That's
I don't know where it's at. I need to know where it's at.
Now we got full Tommies.
Yeah.
Full Tommies.
Great.
Yeah,
So
that was good. For you guys, it was just nothing. We just ordered food, ate a little bit.
Took a little lunch break.
Yeah.
So.
You know, if I had to call my agent, working so hard.
Yeah, there we go.
A little work break.
We gave you a lunch break.
Yeah. That
little
was
lunch
great.
break. Yeah, we're
It was a
following
lunch break.
regulation.
You are following SAG rules. Good job.
So, I know that you've kind of told me a little bit about your history of acting when we first met so long ago. But because I know that one of the first things that me and you bonded over was just trauma. We trauma bonded. That was like one of the first things, and obviously we don't have to go into all that.
That's how we all do it, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
We bonded.
film
through.
sets are hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm curious just into your journey of acting, because like from where you were at when I first met you to even now, like I've seen huge career change and stuff, and I had no idea all the experience and stuff that you had before we met. So take us back a little bit to where it all started for you.
Way back when.
Yeah, way back when.
In the womb. I was no joking. So, I mean, since I've known you, my career has jumped completely different. I think it's just more of like I take it more serious. You know, I'm trying to become a craftsman. I take my job very serious, and I love it. I'm passionate about it. I treat it like it's my baby. You know, and so I think that's just why you've seen my career go in different places than where we were on that couch in a student film. Yeah. Right? But I think that's the sad thing about the industry, is because there's so many talented people. It's just people don't get seen. You know?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of great actors and a lot of great everything in this industry. But I think here in Arizona, it's just a little bit different, right? It's a little, people always work and we always do stuff. It's just, how far does it go? Yeah. Right? Are we worried about the art of what we're creating or about getting it seen somewhere? I think that's the tough part about acting. For myself, I can speak on myself, is like, I love acting. I just love working and doing it. And it's like, cool, I could spend my entire life doing student films and doing things that aren't getting too far seen. And then I think for myself, where I matured at was, I want to work with great directors. I want to work with great camera ops, focus pullers, people who are great at lighting and at doing dolly shots and doing all these things with the camera that a student film is not, or whatever. Like that's what I'm looking for, right? And then I think it's okay for myself. I've said no to so many different things because I'm like, all right, like, who's the director? Right. Not that I'm sitting here being Leonardo DiCaprio or nothing, but it's like I'm really good at what I do and I'm just getting better. Right. So it's like I collab with people who are better than me because it makes me better. But like from where I started, which is, I started doing plays in Missouri, Cool. Really? Yeah, like that was my favorite thing. I love doing plays.
Like school plays type of stuff?
No.
I love actors that have theater backgrounds because you guys can memorize your lines better and like actually become the character you're supposed to become. Whereas like actors who don't have that training, like don't necessarily, sometimes, not all actors like that have that, but like there's like breaks in their lines because they're like trying to remember it, where like theater, I've just noticed that like theater backgrounds like is a lot smoother with their timing with their lines and stuff, because you guys have to do an entire like hour and a half at once with no breaks. Like you don't have like the luxury of us cutting and you restarting. So
the cool thing about film, or about that, what you're saying is, when film first started coming around, right, they hired theater guys, right, and women, right? They hired theater people because of that reason. I could go 2 hours without stopping, and then the stage people were like, film is easy. You know,
no,
like
seriously.
it's what gets hard is, cool, we have take 10 because the lights all messed up. It's this day moving to night, and it's like you get caught up in that versus theater. You are it. Action, no cuts. You know, it's you go. So you get to feel that and ride that wave throughout the whole play. Whereas theater, it's recreated for the first time. Recreated for the first time.
Right.
And then you lose the
get
plot.
Back there,
Like as an actor, you can lose the plot of what I'm take 15, but I'm like,
how you're supposed to be
said
feeling.
This, you know, like I've said, and so that's difficult. So they hired the theater, like stage people, because their endurance. You know?
That's true.
But that's how I started, was theater, because I didn't know anything else. I was like, all right, I did this community theater play, and then I did this play over in Illinois, from where I lived in St. Louis. I took a ferry. It was actually really dope. I went through these backwoods, took this ferry, got over into Illinois, and then drove to this coffee shop. And then above the coffee shop was this little playhouse. And I auditioned, and I was super stoked. I think I got $50 at the end of the whole thing. And I was like, all right, whatever. It was a Eugene O'Neill play, and I didn't know who that was. And I just come in and I do a monologue. And then they were like, yo, you're funny. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And they're like, cool. And then I waited in the room, like other room, for like an hour. All right, callbacks. And it was like 3 people. And the whole play had 4 people in it.
All right.
So I go, we're missing somebody. You know? They're like, well, they already got them casted. So they're like, hey, we want to offer you this part and you this part. I was like, cool. So every night, that's what the endurance. I went every single night from St. Louis to Illinois, every night for like, I want to say 2.5 months.
Whoa.
And then just acted and did my craft and loved it and learned it. And I really see how that is where I'm at, where I'm at now, because of the discipline of that. And I don't know, look at Kobe Bryant, like, you know, someone like LeBron, they play basketball and they shoot and they dribble. I remember my cousin used to carry basketballs around like in the mall, and we'd go everywhere. He was dribbling basketballs and he has great handles. Like, he's dope, right? And so it's like, okay, with acting, I took that same mentality from sports and then took it into acting and said, okay, well, what is that with acting? Oh, it's my lines. I'm just talking, and this scene takes place over here, and I'm doing this. And okay, well, maybe I'm over here and I'm doing this. And then that's me dribbling basketballs throughout the day. That's me doing my thing throughout the day. And that's just the discipline of acting.
And so you do that now, like every day?
Yeah, every day.
You're creating scenes to...
Well, it's like I'm working on stuff like in class, right? Or a scene I'm doing, like the scene you guys both watched, right? We were working on that for weeks. And I just took those lines and said them, and I did it when I was in the shower and when I was driving and I was at work when I should have been working. But like, I'm in my mind like, right. And then saying these lines and then, okay, cool. And then I've done it in my, not like how it's supposed to be.
It's more easy because you're,
so I've ran it 30, 40, 50 different ways. Like,
well, that was kind of the training that we were taught in the class.
Like, I still go. I still go to the same class. So
like that was one of the first things I loved about what he was saying is like, memorize the lines enough to where it's nothing to you.
Right.
Like,
that's what I would
You're not memorizing the performance, you're memorizing the line. Like, okay, like I would love how he would be like, okay, now start halfway through. And like, that's how you know that the actor knows their lines. And it's like, you don't have to worry about that. Now it's like, okay, now they can try it in different ways and kind of create the scene in different ways. Which
that's what we need actors to do too. Cause like we'll film something and then we don't need the first half and we don't have enough time to like film a whole nother monologue. So we're like, no, like this is the line that you starred on. And some actors like can't, and like they don't understand it. And so it's kind of hard. You have to sometimes do the whole monologue, but yeah, that's a good form to do for acting, you know?
Yeah. So you didn't start screen acting until you moved to Arizona?
No, not at all. I mean, I fell in love with theater and I did that for years, but I didn't know where to look for screen acting, right? Then I started Googling things. I'm at this coffee shop and I run into my buddy from high school and I was like, yo, what up, Brent? He's like, yo, what's up, dude? What are you doing now? And I was like, I'm acting. He goes, yo, I'm going to Germany for film school.
Cool.
And I said, oh, well, hit me up when you get back. I said, but until then, like, what do I do? And I asked him. He goes, bro, go to student film. And like, boom, it clicked. And then I went to like 3-4 different colleges within my area. And I just went to the film department, started auditioning, and I was in like 7 that year.
Wow.
And I just ate. That's all I did was act. And I figured it out. I figured out how to like be comfortable in front of a camera with words. And then now I'm like, oh, I'm in a scene. I'm in a room and I have a set. And I was like, yo, this is dope. And like, I just did it. And that was my thing. And then after that, I moved out to Arizona for, I wanted to be as close to California as I could get without living in California, you know, and I was so broke. Like, I moved here and I was making like $12 an hour, you know, and for people out here in Arizona, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm living in Old Town, and it's like, oh no.
12 an hour in Old Town is like,
it was rough. Wild. Lost my car, like all kinds. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But I got signed with an agency here, and I was like, cool. And then I learned the business. Yeah. Right? Like I was in St. Louis, and I learned to play, and I learned that I'm confident in myself in the sense of, you know what, I can do it. I can get on camera and I can act, and I can live this scene out. I figured that out in St. Louis. Out here I figured out the business. And then I started going further and getting a manager and an agent in a different market. And then I started saying to myself, okay, here's what I would love to do. I want to do this. I want to work with these type of actors, or not even just actors, but these artists, these directors and people like that. And I want to sit in the theater and watch myself on screen. Like, and I want other people to do that, you know? And then I want to do that with other people. And then like, I love that. And so it's like, that's the trajectory I would like to go. And so how do I do that, right? And then I start breaking that down and just meeting people and networking, yada, yada, you know, just the business, right? And so that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. And
what's really fun is that like what needs to happen is like money needs to be funneled into Arizona more, and like as filmmakers, like producers, I'm a baby producer, like I didn't even really get any of the money from my movie, but as we grow, you guys grow with us, and then like more money comes to the producers as we get older, and then we can fund and have better gear. And like I love that about Arizona, and that's what I'm focusing on, is just like slowly funneling money into the local market and giving experiences to all the dope ass actors out here. Like honestly, just watching the short that you showed me earlier, and like in the photo shoot just now, how you just like embodied like different people depending on like the location where we were at. I want to shoot you. Like I want to put you in front of my camera for sure.
Well, that's why like obviously there's a lot of actors out here. There's a lot of people that claim to be in the film industry out here, and that was one of the things that I had to really filter through, is like the people who were actors and people who were actors. And it's
just because they don't get the opportunities though. Like,
well, I don't even think it's just that. I think it's also like when you mentioned like you didn't take it seriously at first, and then you started taking it seriously. What was that trigger that made it go from like did you not think of it as a career at first, or was it just not having the discipline?
I mean, to me, it was my discipline for sure. But what I mean by taking it seriously was like, I mean, I took it serious in the sense of I showed up every night for 2 months straight doing plays and then doing this, and I mean taking it serious as in like understanding what I'm doing. I could, like I said, I did 7 shorts in that year. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know any better. I was like, cool. I just was doing work because I wanted to be on camera.
And figuring it out.
Yeah, like I didn't get paid for any of those, right? And then it's like so many people in my area saw that.
Yeah.
And I love that because it kept getting me more work.
Yeah.
But I wasn't getting paid for my work. And then I had bills. And then and I'm not saying the money made it serious. It was, actually, people like what I'm doing and I'm good at what I'm doing and I want to continue to grow and be better at it. How do I get somewhere where I can
get paid for it,
but this is my full-time job.
Yeah.
In the sense of like, I act in the movies I want to act like.
Yeah.
How do I be like Denzel Washington and Daniel Day-Lewis? How do I get to those levels of craftsmanship? And it's putting in the work.
Yeah.
Cool, let me put in the work, you know? That's what I mean by like, I took it serious was, it's game on now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm done playing at an elementary level. I'm ready to go up.
Right.
So that's what I mean by that.
I think when you were mentioning like they don't have the resources and stuff out here, I think that's true, but it's also there has to be a certain fire to really just go in. Like everybody wants to be working out here. There's plenty of short films, but like figuring out the trajectory of your career. Do you want to just be doing short films, or is that a stepping stone of just getting footage for your reel, getting the reps in to be able to submit? Because like if you're just doing constant short films and stuff, you're not going to get on A24 screen unless somehow you make that really good connection or something. You're not going to.
Yeah, I think that also has to do with your distribution, where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I make a dope short film and I submit it somewhere and it goes in and then it's seen and then someone from A24 is like, yo, I like this guy. That's a possibility, right?
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, it's wherever you're around or wherever you're doing, make it so good that people have to see it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Why not? Like, why would I not study my ass off for this film I'm about to be in?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I said yes to the project, so therefore I have to put my all. I'm not like, oh man, it's just a little student film, short film.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever. Okay, like
just in case it gets seen, you know.
Yeah, it's just like, but I even think even that it's poison to the film set because you're not being professional.
Yeah.
Right.
That happened to me once. That happened to me. Yeah. So I DP'd my first movie my first feature I DP'd. I was in Atlanta and like it was just like me and the actors. That was the only crew I had. So I was teaching actors how to light for me so we could like actually make the movie. But we had like a really talented theater actress that it was her first movie too. And she had just gotten signed to some big label or agency. And I don't know who it was, but it was like a big agency for you guys. And she like got it in her head that our movie wasn't as like important as we were making it, you know? And we're still trying to get some distribution for it. And the goal was to make a good movie so we could get distribution. And she just like didn't act like very well at all just because she wasn't taking it seriously. And like I had to sit her down and was like, this could potentially go somewhere. So like I don't understand why you're not giving us your all. And like all the other actors were like giving us their all, and she was our lead. So you can just tell and like that everyone else is like really good and the flow is amazing. And then there was just her, and we were actually trying to like rewrite the story so that there's like a couple of brothers that like because they were acting so well, it changed like the whole storyline that we were caring about them instead of her. And I was just like, we can't write her out. And it was just this whole thing that she wasn't giving us her all. And now that she's seen the footage, she like kind of like is upset at herself because you can tell that she wasn't giving us her all. And so I was trying to warn her, and it was really unfortunate. It was hard for all of us.
Yeah, like you're going on camera.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on camera looking crazy.
Yeah.
Unless obviously that's the point.
Yeah.
But it's like, no. I have to, that's what I'm saying about the switch, right? I'm realizing that, okay, if I'm going to be in front of like this camera, what do I have to do to make sure it's the best that I can be? It's such an ensemble when you're doing really good at what you're doing really good at what you're doing, and I'm doing what I'm doing. It's a puzzle piece.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure it out. And then it goes to editing. And that's out of my hands.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh yeah, me too.
cool. Let me just do really well at what I'm doing, trusting my director and my team, and then kind of leaving it alone.
Yeah.
Right? I'm always going to bring something different. I'm always going to bring something. Right? And so it's like today, like even today, I was like, I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I just was like, all right, I got some stuff in my brain. Let's play.
Yeah, and you gave it to us, you know?
I gave it everywhere we went because I was like, all right, this is cool.
Yeah.
And that's how I am on camera and on a film set because it's the same life for me. I'm like, all right, I'm just playing.
And for us on our side, like it can change the trajectory of the film if the acting is amazing. Because like it could be like I'm screwing up my side and you guys are acting super well that people won't care because it's like they're connecting to the story anyways.
You're feeling it.
Yeah. And so it can really change the whole dynamic of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, that's also like learning how to choose your roles and stuff. Like too many people will say yes to everything, which obviously if you're just starting off, you can't really be too choosy. But if you're not going to be able to give a role your all, that's when you should probably not take on the role. If it's something that like, if I take on this role and I say yes, then I know that's gonna be half-assed. Yeah. And it's like, okay, then don't do it.
It could be based on your life experience at the time too. Like if you're like having a hard time, like maybe don't be the lead in a horror film, you know? Like I can imagine that being really hard for you too.
Yeah, I think it's such a personal thing, right? Like my co-star in the short that I showed you guys, she was like, yeah, I don't feel this character, right?
Yeah.
I do character because it's like, it's just me. Yeah. It's myself. Right? It's
you can kind of tell with her, like, because of the pauses she was taking.
So good because she broke out of that because she was telling herself, like, hey, I don't connect well with this. But because it's a Tennessee William, that's good. That's great writing. That's great. Like there's so much subtext underneath those words, right? It takes great artists to do it. And so therefore she worked her ass off again and again and again. She was like, yo, I don't know if I'm confident. And then the director was like, yo, if it's not there, we won't do it. And then, but like for me as her, like I picked the scene. Yeah, I'm the one like, hey, I want to do this. Let's do this scene together. Yeah. I want to do this. I was like, you can do it. But at the end of the day, I have to figure out within myself, can I do it? Right. And she got there and then it worked. Yeah. And then we did so many different takes that like, at the end of the day, editing is, you pick we don't pick that, right? We don't know if take 3 was better than 4. It's just, there might've been something in the background and an exit sign or whatever, right? And then it's like, I wanted to use that take, but we can't because it's messed up. So we have to go with this one. Yeah. Or you do pickups, right? And so it's like, no, like it worked out, you know, and it was still, the acting was there. You both said, whew.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so crazy, honestly. I feel like too, like the fact that you could probably make her feel comfortable too made it easier for her to like break out of that too, in a way. And that's got to be hard
being
for
a good scene partner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Being a good teammate.
If you don't get along with someone.
That important to have like actual chemistry between, like if you have a scene like that and it's 2 people that do not have that chemistry, like that's why chemistry readings are so important.
Yeah, chemistry
between people, because it's like if you don't have good chemistry, you can only act so good. And like I was watching last night the Actors Roundtable, and it was the episode with Jamie Foxx, Tom Hanks.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf,
it's the best.
Adam Sandler. It was with all of them. And
wow, to be in that room.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know. But like they were talking about like you can't push certain, like you have to be careful with pushing because you have to just let the writing do its job. You have to let the character do its job. Like you can't push yourself to try to do this. And there's been so many times I've been on set and where it's like the actor's like, I just got to push myself to do this. And it's like, if you try to push yourself too much to cry or something, it's going to look fake. If you try to push yourself to laugh, it's going to look fake. If it's not a natural reaction and you can't make a natural reaction, it's not going to look like a natural reaction.
I feel like that takes patience. Yeah. Or like just redoing it over and over.
Yeah, I think it's just, as an actor, I think it's just being so emotionally open and available to your scene partners and to myself, right? Like, I'm not going to push if you're not dancing with me.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to bring what I bring and you have to dance back. I think that's the cool thing about acting is it's such a you and me thing. Obviously, it's everybody else, right? But it's like on the set, it's you and I, and or whoever my partners are, and we are in a dance.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean about like bringing everything to the table, so I can. It's like, cool. She's not moving the way I need her to move.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do to? Brando used to roll pennies out on stage before he would go out because he wanted to agitate his scene partner. And they weren't bringing it, so he would roll pennies out at them before he would walk out because he would be pissed. They would be like, yo, and then they would deliver their line.
Yeah.
And so it's like having them, I call it maturity, but it's like the maturity to see that and say, you know what, I'm going to do it because it's going to work. And I was like, yeah. So I just started picking up things like that and whatever I can do, right? In this scene that we're talking about, she's my girlfriend, so it really worked. You know, it worked for us, but because the chemistry was already there and the trust between us was already there, so it made it easier. But she still had to put in so much work. Right? I put in work too. Like we both did, so it was like it was good. But like moving forward with any other scene partner, you have to have the confidence to do that. Like, okay, I don't really know this person. Anyways, done. In the scene, I've known you for 10 years. So what's up? Like coming over, I put my shoes on your feet, on your couch. Like, you know, it's like understanding where you're at and being emotionally available to that. I think it's just important for us as artists, as an actor, to be in touch with what we got going on. You know,
I try that as a director, like to talk, like right before I say action, like talk you guys up, like, okay, remember that you guys are like friends for 10 years and go, you know? I don't know if that helps at all, but like sometimes like when I see that they're not locked in, I'm like, okay, and you guys are supposed to be like agitated and, you know, and start just like talking too annoying, you know?
There's
and
like
get them right where they're supposed to be.
There's a different level of emotional intelligence and vulnerability when it comes to good acting as well. Being able, like, and that's why it's not a career for everybody. It's not. It's why you can't just pick up some influencer off of social media, put them in front of the camera, and expect Daniel Day-Lewis type of work. Because of the fact that you need someone that is so comfortable with themselves that they're willing to be that vulnerable. They're willing to be intelligent enough to understand the difference between disappointment and sad and distraught. The difference between like, okay, here's an angry scene, and maybe the director doesn't really know how to explain it to you, but in his mind he sees someone blowing up. He sees this, and he's like, okay, you're angry, and you're coming in, oh, I'm so angry, blah blah blah. And he's like, that's not it. But being able to like take in the scene and be like, if I was in this. What kind of anger would I actually have? How would I actually be able, and being able to have that, and being able to transfer that into everyday life too. Being able to understand, like that was another thing I loved about his class, being able to identify certain emotions and bring yourself into those, and just
it's authentic. I think the best type of acting is no acting, and that's not meaning I'm emotionless. It's just I'm not bullshitting myself. You know, I'm not going to act scared if I'm not scared. It doesn't make sense. Right? But if I need to get scared, I have to do my work. You know? Emotionally vulnerable and all that kind of stuff. But bringing that to camera is very important. But bringing it to yourself is more important. Right? Like, I can't be that in front of the camera and then be, like, miserable outside of life. Or out in real life. If it doesn't make sense. How can I be real and raw in front of the camera, but not like in my open, like in my day to day? Like,
so how do you like, if you have to pretend to be scared, you're basically saying that you like scare yourself to make it off. Like, how do you do that?
No, I read the scene. I just read the scene. You know, it's really cool. There's this thing called a script. And I read in the I know. So I'm getting to whatever I'm on, whatever page I'm on, whatever the scene is, and I just get myself into that place of, okay, what happened before?
Right.
Okay, this is where I'm at before, and I have to be here now. Okay, where am I at personally? Okay, and what am I feeling? I feel, and I'll go into my feelings for, you know, however long, and then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm authentic now. Okay, what makes me scared? What actually frightens me, right? And then I go
the character
through,
or you personally?
Me personally.
Okay.
And then what frightens me in real life? Like, what am I actually afraid of? What am I or a story of when that actually I was afraid, and then I get into that, and then I
you step into the scene.
It's just it's not okay. Action. Right. I'm afraid. Like no. The camera sees that.
Yeah.
You know, there's this thing called the lens, and it's really like focused on you, and it's on a huge screen. So we can tell you're bullshit.
Right.
You know, people can recognize like us as people. I feel like we can recognize an emotion when we see it. We can see when someone's actually scared versus when they're just trying to bullshit their way.
Here's a perfect example. When you say cut, hey, was that good? Was that good?
Right. Oh my God.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
We good? Do you want me to do it again?
That. Yeah.
Okay. Like you're not in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So right then and there it's a good sign to see that, you know. And I'm like,
sometimes
I don't want to do that.
I do it all the time actually. Like when a director says cut, I keep rolling because like as soon as the actor like hears cut, they just like relax into and like actually there's been so many times that we were waiting for them to like get to this emotional state, and as soon as they yelled cut, they like finally made it. And like that's what we use all the time. So I do that. I keep rolling for a while. That's cool.
It's okay to sit. So many people are afraid to sit in what they're feeling. So if you yell cut and I'm still in it, you are definitely going to get something out of it. You're definitely going to get something.
That's such an important thing. Like when I'm working on set with another actor, I can tell usually how much experience they have with that kind of stuff. Like what do they do after cut is yelled, or how are they preparing? Are they just boom, going in, going out? Or are they sitting in that character? Like it changed me as an actor. I used to be that actor that was like, okay, cool. We're doing this. Okay, how was that? Was that good?
Right. Yeah. No, that ruins everything.
Asking for that versus
it does. Like you don't give us. If you do it right away, if they say cut and you're like, was it good? It's like, dude, now we have like no time in the edit to like get out of the scene if we wanted to. Versus
like I've done other ones to where I'm like, okay, I just broke into this guy's house. I fucking hate him. His wife is my past lover, like really kind of getting into this thing, putting that music in. Yeah. Like I've taken a lot of inspiration from you, from watching like how when we were in class and like if me and you have done a scene, I've seen you go outside and like heart rate up, music bumping, like you're physically getting into that space.
I'm an animal. Yeah. I'm an animal. Like that's what I do on set. Like
it changed my perspective of a lot of it, because a lot of the actors that I've been on set with, they're the actors. And it's not to say that they're not actors. It's to say that like they haven't reached that part of emotional vulnerability and emotional intelligence to know how to get themselves into like be comfortable with getting uncomfortable, be comfortable with putting yourself in that position of actually feeling that. Like I've said it a couple times. There was one role to where I had to give myself a panic attack. That was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever had to do on camera. But I was like, you want to see panic? I will give you panic. And I had to do that. I've had another one to where like I played a burglar, and then they were like, we need you to be like livid at this guy and like evil. I'm like, okay, well, it's gonna take more than just like being mean. I literally had to be like, okay, everyone has to leave me alone for the next like 10 minutes. I'm gonna go in the room, and I was pacing back and forth, fuck you, you fucking stole my girl. It's like kind of getting into that. And the second I walked out, like I was looking at this guy like dead in the eyes, giving him those fuck you eyes, giving him that. And he was like looking at me. He's a new actor, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And then the second it was happening, I was like, and then like I was like freaking out even the crew, and they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I'm like,
the police.
I'm like,
that's what I like though.
Yeah,
like
it's real.
When actors are just like on their phone until they call you and like they just start acting, it just makes it's empty. It's more empty than the ones that like say leave me alone and they pump themselves up and like they enter it. It's just it depends, I guess, like on what you're doing. But like if you have to like psych yourself up, I enjoy like we give actors more time because like we spend hours lighting it and like setting everything, and so it's like if we have to wait like 20 extra minutes to like get the light perfect, so we'll wait 10 minutes for you to get ready. So that like it's not a waste, you know.
It's funny you say that too, because when you were saying like cameras on the set, or not cameras, like phones and stuff on the set, it's that shit doesn't fly in the big set. Like if you're on a Scorsese set and he sees you have a phone, you're gone.
Yeah.
He won't even think twice. He'll be like, you're on your phone? Yeah, you're off.
Yeah.
Like,
not taking it seriously.
Yeah. Like, and that's why I mean, I used to be that kind of person. I used to be that, but now it's like, okay, where's my lines?
You learn your way.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a progression thing. I don't even know what all kind of roles you've done. I know you've shown me your reel once, and it was very early on.
Way back. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just do stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have a do reel?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have I have a film that should be coming out this year, theatrically. We shot it actually here in Arizona.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, that's how I got my SAG card.
Cool.
Was it the one I'm thinking of? It was like the Western?
No, that was before.
Oh, okay.
I shot that too. Yeah.
Okay.
That was really cool. I love that one. I worked with Eric Roberts and Burke Floyd.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I know the crew of
Sean
that
Baruby.
movie.
Yeah. I met Christian for the first time. That whole dude. The people I know now is because of that film.
Cool.
And the way I got that film was hilarious. Mentor texted me. He said, "Hey, send me a picture of yourself." I said, "Whatever, weirdo." And then I sent him a selfie, and he goes, "Cool, you want to be in a movie next week?" And I said, "Yeah."
Yep.
Director calls me, and he's like, "Yo, love your look." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Sick," and I just showed up. But yeah, so this what is this 2025, 2024? I did this really first time ever doing one of those vertical films out in LA. It's pretty cool seeing it. Someone sent me like a pirated link and said, "Hey, is this you?" And I said, "Yeah,
That's
dope."
amazing.
I was like, "Yo, dope." I did not watch it. Yes, I did.
100 times.
Yeah, absolutely. I literally fast forwarded to my part, screenshot it, record. And then kept moving, and I was like, yeah. And then I did the film out here this year for my SAG card. I got to work with Kate Cunning and McCabe. And it was so crazy. This guy, I used to watch this show on. It's called Fear Street on Netflix. And I watched it. I was like, wow, the movie's great. It's 3 parts, right? And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, I have a scene with the main character of that film.
Cool.
And I'm like, yo.
Bro, that's
we're going in. And I'm yelling, and we're yelling back and forth. I'm like, this is, I ate. I got to eat on this scene, and I loved it. And then, I don't know when it comes out. But it should be sometime this year. We shot it last year.
Yeah.
And then I'm on a show on a streaming service right now.
Cool.
Yes, I can't talk too much of names.
Congratulations, that's
right?
awesome.
Yeah. But I get to go to Korea. I went already, shot an episode. I get to go back and shoot another episode. And so that should be airing at the end of November.
Cool.
I will let y'all know what streaming service that is.
Yeah. What's been the most intense role for you that you've... that was like the main question I was going to ask. I don't know of all of the stuff that you've done or how crazy you've gone for roles. What is the most intense that you've had to go for a role, and how did you prepare for that?
I want to say it's the show that I just booked. I had my manager text me and said, "Hey, you got an audition. It's due tomorrow." I said, "Okay, cool." I open up my computer, look at it. It's a fatty monologue. I was like, bruh. I said, all right. And it's due tomorrow. All right. I was supposed to have dinner plans.
Whoa.
Cancel that.
Yep.
I did the audition, and it was a monologue. So I was like, all right, I was able to get my zone. And I thought I crushed it. I killed it. Sent it in. So I said, I'm a little late for dinner. I can still show up. I showed up. I get a call as soon as I get to dinner. Manager calls, and she's like, "Hey, they actually would like for you to do another take, but more like this." This was 2 hours of time span.
Yeah.
So they watched it. They had critiques, and then they called them. It was like, oh, sick. So intense-wise, it's like I'm a leader of a gang, right? And I'm going in on this monologue, and I have a beginning and a middle and an end. I have a place I'm going and different emotions and different beats, right? And so I had to go back home. I Ubered and I Ubered right back home. And I was like, all right, they went it that way. And I was fighting it. I was fighting it because I was I don't feel it. I wasn't believing myself. And then I said, okay, I need to go for a walk. Went for a walk. talked myself into it, like in personal parallels and just doing all these things, right? Pulling all my tool belts or pulling my tools out of my tool belt. And I go back and I crushed it. I was like, yes. That was that. And then the next day I get a call and say, yo, got a call back. And I said, sick. Callback's like the next day. So, I mean, this is 2-3 days, you know? And I'm like, all right, dope. It shoots in Korea when? Oh, next week.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Game on. Like, I'm in it. And right? And then the callback. It's time for a live callback of a monologue. I'm like, oh, God. Like, I was there. I was like, all right, let's do this. And I'm on the callback, and 2 hours goes by. Nothing. Like, nobody logged in. 3 hours go by. Nobody logged in. Call my manager. I'm like, hey. She's like, all right, I'm reaching out. Call my mentor, and he's like, yo, act like you're in your trailer. Like, you're in your trailer, you're about to go out on. I said, ooh, I can do that. I just put headphones in and I lay down. I get a text, or I get a call from my manager, and she's like, yo, they scratched the live callback. They want to see you do this scene.
Oh, gosh.
Yo, it was 3 scenes, and it was due at like 5 a.m. It's 8 p.m.
Oh, shit.
And bro, and I don't mean like 1 to 2 lines. I have like 20 lines total, and it's a crazy scene. There's so much going on. There's so many different characters I'm talking to because I'm in a gang, and there's ding, ding, ding. I was like, yo, and it was a lot, and I loved it. But I was like, I had my girlfriend, she was helping me, and she goes, there was one point I was like, all right, I'm done. Cut. I was like, I'm done. I'm like, I need a break. Yeah. Because like I was pushing. I wanted it too bad. Because I saw how much money I was gonna get. I saw like all this stuff, right? And then I was like, I need a break. I need to go outside. I went for a walk, and I came back, and I killed the first one. Boom, got it. Scene 1 done. 2, next, killed it. Let me do another take because I was off. Like I was looking off, and now it's just technical stuff. I was like, damn, my head was out of frame or something like that, right? Yeah. And because I was so in it, I was like over here talking to somebody like that, and I was like, oh wait, there's a little box here I'm supposed to be in.
Right.
And did that, did again, killed it. Third one, killed it, and I was like, now it's time to put these edits together and just like cut and throw it in there. And 2 a.m. rolls around, I'm sending this tape in, and it's due in like a couple hours because it's a different country. Like I'm like, a couple of days go by, I get a call, and she was like, yo, they want you for this part. They want you for this part over here. And I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect, whatever, I'm in. Like, I don't care, right? And then I met the guy on set who got the part that it was cool because like him and I were the only couple guys that got a call back. And I was like, and this dude, cat from New York, like older guy. And I was like, he's a real artist. We were talking about like, he's like, dude, the monologue reminded me of this monologue I did back when I did this play. And I was like, yes. Like, I love that. I love that he was like, we were talking about it. And I was like, sweet. So we weren't like talking about the techniques or anything, but like what it reminded us of, and like what do we do to go in, and so it was cool. And I was like, this dude's a real artist, and I love working with him. Cool guy named Richard, but we're still talking. Like we still talk all the time, and so I'm like, I'm excited to see him. But that was a rough, like couple days of just work, and I mean rough in the sense of like, cool, like I got to just do it.
Yeah,
it was like 8 pages on like for one scene, and I'm like, gosh, bro, I got 2 more of these scenes to do, and like they're each like 4 pages each, and I'm like,
that's a lot to ask for, and you only have like till like 5 a.m.
You're getting paid $20K. It's like it doesn't matter.
Dinner,
do it, right? Like like it's like
that's what separates a lot of the
you're
actors
professional.
And stuff.
You know,
I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, why are these actors getting paid so much? And it's like, well, it's because some of the bullshit that we have to go through to like 8-month-long auditions or. Hey, this is due tomorrow, by the way, and it's 20 pages that you have to do. They just want to see it. Here you go.
Yeah.
I feel like some people don't have the luxury of being able to drop everything and do that too. Like it shows them how serious you are. Like some people can't even make that deadline.
Well, a lot of people might not know. Like for you, You're also a teacher.
Yeah, I got a full-time job and have another part-time job, and then I
had to go to Korea like a week later. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was great. You know, it was amazing. It was terrible. It was so much. The work was like me on set, fine, perfect, right? Like it was normal. It was a huge set. There was like 90 people on the crew, like huge company, right? And just moving around. 3 people spoke English. That was difficult.
Wow, I bet it was.
The director did not speak English.
Oh God,
it was difficult, right? The work was difficult in that sense, but like at the end of the day, I know where I'm at.
Yeah,
where am I? I've ran this 100 times in my head. I've seen this in my like. Now I'm live, and here's what it is. So I had to listen, right? Not many people spoke English, and yeah, like it was difficult,
so
right?
Crazy.
But what was tough was I was only there for 43 hours.
Wow.
Like it took 14 hours to get there, right? I left here on a Saturday, landed in Korea Sunday night, filmed at 2 p.m. the next day, filmed until 2 a.m., then I had to leave at noon.
Wow.
To America. And it was brutal.
Yeah.
So brutal.
It was brutal.
But so worth it.
Yeah, right. Like I'm on a show, right? Like I'm doing what I'm doing, right? And so like, it doesn't matter how much I complained about it. Like I was like, yo, this is not it. If I could enjoy it, it was like, what I mean by enjoying it was like, I enjoyed the moment of doing that. And I did it. And it was a lot of work, and my body didn't like it, is what I'm saying. Like it was, I was tired. I didn't understand what was going on.
Right.
I've never left this continent. Never left.
Whoa.
I've gone to Canada and Mexico. I've never left.
Culture shock, and then having to work
like
in
that.
Like
the culture shock was fine because I'm black. So like I'm used to that. Like, you know, like, so that was cool. I was like, all right, cool. But it was like, I'm American, and they were like, yo, Americans, like, what do you guys like? All up in my business. And I was like, cool. But I literally think it was just so quick, you know, like landing, hit the gym, sleep, wake up, eat, go to work, 2 a.m., leave, go to bed, about 4 a.m., wake up, be at the airport by noon. Like that was a lot for my body. And I was like this, I'm a diabetic too. So I'm type 1. I'm like this, I need a better schedule here. Like now I know I'm going back over there. It's like, cool, I have a better schedule of what time I need to eat this. Like I need to do this. Like that's what I mean by like seeing it differently. When I said earlier, like there's a different discipline now. Like I do have diabetes, and if I am up and leaving the country and moving around, my nutrition needs to be on point, right? And my scheduling of insulin and like all that kind of stuff, it's on me. It's not on production. That's not their job. It's my job is to make sure that I'm taking care of that. And if I don't know how, I got to figure it out, right? And so, yeah, that's why it was a lot. Like it was so quick. Like, hey, you're leaving next week. I'm like, do I need anything? Like, what about insulin? If I like, y'all got a Walmart? Like, what happens if I need some medicine, right? Like, how does that go? And I don't speak no Korean.
Right.
Like, I don't even know what the symbols mean. You know, I don't know any of that. And so, I mean, the people who do speak English, it's like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, the context of it's very different. Like,
true.
You know the language, but you don't know what I mean. Yeah. So how more clear in communication do I need to be? Oh, I need to be very clear. And this is what I'm saying. And it's like, okay, cool. So it's like learning all that as I go for, you know, a guest star role. Cool. Like, it was really cool, right? Like, in learning that. But the prep was really hard too. But I forgot what actor said it. Every actor will get an opportunity, but 9 out of 10 of them won't be able to take it.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's the hard part. Like, a lot of industry people, they see the glamour side of a lot of this. They see this like, oh, it would be cool to be on the big screen. It'd be cool to be in the show, and oh, I want to be an actor. Blah blah blah. They don't see that shit that you had to go through. They don't see the like, oh, I have been up for 48 hours straight due to time differences and the fact that like they needed someone last minute. They're gonna pay and all that, but I have to be willing to put my body through a little bit of turmoil to be able to do this. Like there's much more. It's not a regular 9 to 5. It's not just like, oh, you wake up like, if you're on a TV show, here in the States and it's filming in Hollywood, some people do have that luxury of
sitcom,
like like a sitcom. They have the luxury of treating it like a 9 to 5 almost, but like a regular just
it's pretty tight.
Show.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah. That's like the dream. That's like
it's hard for crew too. Like as a DP, I'm not sleeping the entire show.
Yeah.
So you guys get to go home.
Your job's harder.
Yeah, and
behind
like
the cameras
I have meetings with the director and the producers after you guys go home, and we're up for like 4 hours trying to figure out what we're doing tomorrow, and like putting out fires all day that you guys have no idea about. And so like we don't sleep either, and it's just really, really hard. So I get what you're saying.
That's how funny this is. So there was, you talking about like not sleeping, and I did this audition for a role and I got it. I mean, it was 2 weeks until shooting. 3 days before shooting, I got my voice was gone.
Oh no.
I lost my entire voice. I mean, it was gone. And I show up to set, or we do a table read, and I see production just do this.
Oh God.
Yeah.
As I start speaking, because I'm trying to talk, and I go, and I just like, I turned my camera off afterwards, and I was like, oh no. I started laughing. I was like, dude, I had tea, and I was just going in, and I show up to set, and I mean, I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
I didn't say a word for like 2-3 days, and I was just drinking tea. Meanwhile, I'm a teacher, so I'm like, I was yelling at class, and I was like, oh no. And so I show up to set, and they were like, yo, we were really happy that you can talk now.
Yeah.
But my voice was like really, it was just like, you could tell I just got done being sick, but it was like kind of like smooth. And I was like, I like this, and I was just talking like this the whole time. And I was like, yo, it's crazy. But they were like, yeah, I said,
stressed.
dude, I said, I saw you during the table read. He goes, and I've worked with him before. So it was kind of like, I was like, yo, I seen you guys looking over. And he goes, yeah, I looked right at her. And I was like, yo, we might have to cut him.
Yeah.
And
no, that's how we think.
It's business.
Yeah.
It's not personal. It's just like, yo, I can't say the lines. So like I can't be mad, But it's like little things like that. People want to be an actor. Great. I appreciate that. And you should, if that's what you really want to do. But for me to say I want something.
Yeah.
I mean, I want it. And it doesn't, how can you want something but then not do the work?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So to me, that's like literally crazy.
Yeah.
You want something, but you don't do the work to do it or change to get there.
They just feel like someone's going to hand it to them sometimes.
Yeah. Like, what about those cases of, that guy just got picked off the street and got offered a role? And
Absolutely.
He
didn't want to be an actor. Yeah. What do you mean? Like, you do. Like, he did it.
Yeah.
Like, it worked, Like,
but he just, like, did something at the right time frame. Like, sometimes you don't need training to be, like, a character.
No. And that's the difference. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you have your Daniel Day-Lewis's, right? William Dafoe's and all these other great artists and actors and craftsmen. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. This person can go the distance over and over and give you different. Jack Nicholson's one of my favorites. He gives you a different take every single time. Mm-hmm. So someone in editing's like, yo, we got 4 different movies here. What is going on?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what you want. Yeah. Right? And then someone who wants a wannabe, it's different if like, yo, I'm trying. I'm like, this is what I want and I'm just doing it. I'm working. But it's like, if you don't and you don't put the work in, you can see the difference. And you got the part, but you won't last.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like, you won't last.
The big part.
Yeah.
It's like, when you have this acting career, do you want it to just be your 5 seconds of fame and boom? Or is it a career that you want in the long haul?
Yeah.
And I think that's like the big difference of like, people are like, oh yeah, I can be an A-lister right now, blah, blah, blah. But then it just burns you out. Especially like if you don't put the reps in, if you aren't prepared for that lifestyle. Because there's an entire lifestyle that comes with it. It's not just handed a big check for one little thing and then that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about that lifestyle yet. Yeah. So it's like, I think at the end of the day, my grandpa gave me the best advice. He said it's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You're gonna make money at it or you're not, but you're gonna do it. Yeah. For him, he's a martial artist, and so he's an artist, right? And he gets it. So we have these conversations all the time now on a business level. It's super dope, but it's like I wouldn't trade it for anything because we're talking about this, like what we love. And so I talk to him as like a man, but it's like my grandpa, but it's like, he's been through it and he's done it with his craft. Right. And I mean, even the way you walk and how you think about things. And like, that's what I do as like an artist. It's like, for me as an actor, I am that way vulnerably. I want to see the world. I want to what does it smell like? What's it taste like? Why did I think like that? Psychology, right? Like psychology and acting go hand in hand. And it's like this idea of the person, and you get down to the DNA of them. It's like, why? I want to walk 1,000 miles in your shoes so I can see it and live it, so you guys can see it and live it. And then it's like, but talking to somebody else who gets that, oh, it's priceless. And this person's my grandpa. So he said, it doesn't matter. You're going to do it or you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. So I don't care. Like, I do care in like where I go in my career, but it's like, I just want to keep doing it.
Yeah. That's how it is for camera operating too. Like, you kind of have to become one with the computer that it is. And it's like really an emotional connection with this like piece of gear that it doesn't actually have a heartbeat, you know? But I have to like connect with kind of the energy of the space that you guys are giving in order to capture the right angle at the right time, and like use the lighting that we have in this moment. Like if the sun, like the beams are coming through a forest and stuff, and like just looking for all those things. So it's really interesting to hear you guys like have to like connect with your scene partner and like become this character, because I also have to do that in a way. Like what kind of vibe am I going to bring off with the camera moves to also make you guys look even better in the moments. And it's really just this like really cool dance that like, I mean, some actors can pick it up and stuff, but like a lot of people are, well, you guys have to focus on like, don't look at the cameras and stuff. So you don't, I think, like really know what we're doing, but like we know exactly what you guys are doing. It's this disconnect, but I think it's really cool that I have this relationship with actors that like you guys don't even know is happening. Which is fun for me, and it's
like
fun
in
for
your
us.
head there's a whole different ballgame being played versus for us. We're sitting there getting in this moment, getting in this scene, wondering what this relationship, like building an entire world ourselves. You're in the same but different world. You're like, okay, how can I bounce off that world, mirror it into its own thing? We're in the same world in different realms.
Literally.
It's
and
like,
it's also my job, so like you guys aren't paying attention to the camera, so I have to do all of this as well as hide myself too, so I'm not like getting in your eye line. It's just like hard.
It's so weird to like, I remember the first time when I was on just a set, I was like, I don't even remember like that. I'm so grateful that I didn't have this like, oh no, the people over here. Even in, I think theater is what killed that for me. I don't want to say kill it, but it's kind of like, I'm so in it that I don't even realize.
That's
I don't
good
even
though.
realize
That's good.
That you're there. Like I've done a couple like, oh shit, let me start over. I've got caught up in that. And I'm like, because I wasn't in it. I was just like, I got distracted, right? So I wasn't in it, and that's on me, right? My job as a professional. But it was like, I learned. You're not even there.
That was a weird thing with me. I thought that was going to be a big issue with like, obviously, like I grew up making YouTube videos and stuff. So I obviously know the camera's right there and stuff. And I was so worried about like, okay, am I going to be consistently thinking about the fact that there's 20 people on crew watching me, there's a giant camera focusing on me and all this? That might happen if it's a solo scene and it's just me. But if I'm in a scene with somebody else, everything else disappears. It's just me and that other person. It's just like, obviously I'm waiting for like the cues and stuff, and sometimes it might be like, hey, I need you to actually stand over there because I need you to be able to signal me of when this is happening.
We do
like
that.
I might do that kind of stuff, but for the most part, I'm like, everyone else is gone. It's just us at this point.
Film is such a technical thing, especially different from theater. It's like, it's so technical. Hey, you're doing a close up. Cool. Well, you're looking off. Like I turn my head, I'm gone.
Literally, and that's fun for us.
Be like, actually, point your body this way. It's like, what are you talking? Like,
it feels weird to you guys, but
your neck,
like
your head, you're up, you're this, your eye line.
Can you cheat this way?
You only have like we're looking right here, so don't move like back and forth too. You know.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of how we were trained. You memorize it like your lines flat. So if I memorize my lines and I'm doing this, well, that's already bad acting, but it's like I'm doing this and now we have a close up and I'm out of the focus puller is gonna kill you.
They're
gonna kill you. They're like, you're done. Get this guy off.
Honestly, that is the most important thing. Like as a focus puller, we dislike when actors are like this. When we only have like a centimeter of space that's in focus.
So
like
breathing.
That's what he would call those isms.
Yeah.
Literally, because like if you're just even like this, sometimes like you don't even know that you're doing it because we're like 75% water. So just standing there, you're like moving back and forth, and the focus puller has to go like this.
Yeah.
For an hour and a half, and it's just like, can you not?
Well,
wild,
that's
right?
where like those isms come from, because it's like the pressure, and like I've seen, he's called me out of my isms. I've seen him call other people. Now like I'm in tune to see other people's isms, to whether it's like hands in the pocket, raising their eyebrows, little sighs, and like all these little things, and I'm like, okay, I see it now.
I think the beauty of that is like the reps and the longer you're in, right? Like whatever that is, right? Or whatever you do, the longer you're in it, the more comfortable you get, right? And so it's like, for me, I feel like I'm now finally starting to be so comfortable in there. Like it doesn't, I'm not the best. I'm not the greatest yet. But it's like the idea is, I'm way more than where I started at.
Absolutely.
And I think that's just what we all should do, right? We all get better and then learn. I remember for a month straight in class, I had to sit on my hands because I couldn't stop doing this. How everything is this. I'm Sicilian, and how I argue with people is like, dude, I can't see you.
Yeah, because your hand's in your face.
Literally. They're like, it's great, but I can't see it.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, figure that out. Like, they're like, no, you figure it out. Right. Sit on your hands. And I go, all right. So for a month, I had to do every scene like this. And I started to get it now. And I was like, I watch more movies.
Yeah.
And,
like you could probably do it in the wide, but when we're trying to get like a close up of your face, we can't have your hands in front of you.
What are you doing?
Someone who's
show it in the wide.
so not, like, who's so novice. I didn't know what a close-up, medium, wide. I didn't know what masters were. I didn't know. Yeah. It's because I didn't have the reps. I wasn't in it. Right. And then it's like I could listen to people talk about podcasts, and I was like, yo, dope. And I kind of got it, but I didn't live it. And I'm like, a wide. What lens are we using?
Right.
How wide are we? And so it's like, then you start learning, and I'm like, cool. And now I just watch a lot of movies. I'm like, oh, that's a cool close-up. Like, there was this movie I watched. It was a whole monologue. And I'm like, ooh, this is terrifying for me as like an artist because I want to do it so well. But the monologue started as a wide, and it just pushed into this close-up. And then at the end of the monologue, it was all here. And I go,
and it's like those things.
Sweat. You can see the sweat dripping. I go, I was like, that's
when
a
you
great
see
actor.
two worlds colliding for the best thing, because it's like he could have just done that monologue and it would have been okay. They could have just done that, but it's like the combination of both worlds coming together to where it's like the emotions are that much more amplified in that, to be able to tell that story, to where now you have both people's creativity.
Difficult.
When it comes to, I guess, more of the business side of stuff, because as actors, I see that's a big part that gets missed a lot, is the fact that we are a business. We're, like, as actors, we are a business for ourselves. Obviously, people can get agents. Like you helped me get my first agent and stuff out here. But there's so much more that goes into it, and like different levels of agencies and managers and all that. And I remember when you told me when you first got your manager, I was like, wait, I know you have an agent. Why do you need a manager? And like trying to get into those things. And then like all the stuff that you said that your manager was helping you. I'm like, okay, so what is, so I'm curious for you, what, like, first you said that a mentor is who kind of helped. What was the process of getting that mentor, and then getting the agent, getting the manager, getting the publicist, like the stepping stones that you've done?
I think that for me, it was, I would look at other great actors and say, oh, how'd they get there? Right? And Flavi, actually, we talk about this all the time. It's like, all right, copy and paste. Like, what agency are you with? What management are you with? How did you get there? What did you do? Oh, you got a public, like IMBD is like perfect for that. And you have the pro version. You can see everybody's everything. And I'm like, sick.
It's true.
Like, if this is your management, this is your publicist.
You just email them.
And then you email them. And if it works, it works. But then I realized, oh, you need the reference, the referral. And then it's, who do I know? Who's the next, like, right? I don't want to put in levels, but it's like, who's above me that I can reach. I can call this guy. I can call this person, right? And ask questions and be involved in their life, and then say, hey, like, can I bounce this off you? Like, I've called Burke a couple times, and I was like, yo, dude, how do you take feedback like from your reps or your casting director from this audition. You mind if I send this to you? He said, yeah, shoot it over. And like we just develop a relationship, right? And for me, that's how it just kind of works. You start. I didn't have like an order. Like what I wanted from Missouri was I want to be closer to California, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what else did I want? I want to have an agency. I want to be part of an agency who finds me roles and we work together and I collab with them. And then, I need a manager for that. Like for someone closer in my circle. Agency was just someone who shops me out and like, hey, this, that, and the other, right? My agent now here, I have a great relationship with her. She's so dope. And so that's perfect, right? Like I developed that. I think that's just me as a human anyways. And so I just started to see like, okay, what do I actually want? And the more and more I kept working and knowing people, the more questions I actually had. And then it's cool. Who can answer that? You know, my mentor became my mentor because I've known him for so long. And then he was somebody in the industry who is somebody in the industry who's worked full time as an actor. Why would I take acting advice from you and you're not you, but like you as an actor, but you work full time at Target?
Yeah.
Right.
Are you an actor? No. Why am I taking acting advice from you?
Yeah.
Right.
Or like business advice for acting when you aren't in the industry.
Right.
You have a lot of knowledge and books up, but I need someone who's in it, who's worked full time, who's been laid off, who's got fired from gigs, who
is in SAG,
who's
like
in SAG, who quit SAG, or is it whatever, who's been through the stuff that I haven't.
Yeah.
And then I ask questions.
Yeah.
And then I listen. That to me is the most important part. Is like you have to listen. Why am I going to ask you something, my mentor, and then not listen to you?
Right.
In the sense of like, well, you don't know what you're talking about, and I go do something else. Now, granted, to each his own, but it's like. Yeah, I want to listen because you're at where I want to be at
Right.
in the industry. And I think it's kind of like that's what it was for me. It was someone who's now it's Instagram, but it's for me it's IG, right? It's like, oh, I'm friends with you on IG. We can talk, we can chat, you know, and I actually know this person, so it makes sense. But like, cool. Hey, you know my homie who's this? He said I could hit you up. What's up? Like, cool. Oh yeah. And that's not, can I use you as a referral? Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Cool. And we chat, like, you got a reel? Yeah, here it is. Oh, I really like your reel. Yeah, you can talk to my agent. Like, it's like, no, this dude sucks. It's like, sorry, bro. It's so hard for, like, someone to do that. And I get it. Like, if Brad Pitt ever opened up his DMs to people, it would be flooded.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, I'm an actor too. Like, hey, that would be miserable.
It would
like,
be.
Go through my representation.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what it is nowadays,
yeah,
right?
that's why you have that.
Yeah,
right.
You need that person to kind of filter things out. And like, yes, it would be nice to ask a lot of those people, but it'd be way too overwhelming for them.
Yeah.
When you first came out here, how did you find the agency that obviously like I'm with now and that like, because there are multiple agencies and that was one of
I got turned down from every single one of them.
Really?
No way.
Yeah.
Did you
a year before too. Even the agent I'm with now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I lived in St. Louis. I applied to every agency out in Arizona. Nothing. Ghost silence. I moved to Arizona. A year to the day that I applied for that same agency is when I got it. So it was kind of crazy. But the other ones were saying, you're too short. You look, I can't pitch you. I can't pitch your look. I've got it all, you know, and that's fine. That's just business. It's business. Yeah. Back then, it was personal for me.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Bitch, I'll play every role. Like, that was like my mindset. I'll play every role.
Right.
And you don't know me. And I was like, I took it so personal. And why wouldn't you? It's your dream,
Absolutely.
right? But then I learned how I ended up getting where I'm at now with my agency is I teach, and I'm working at this school. And one of the other teachers, her sister-in-law is the voice of someone from Robot Chicken.
Oh.
And,
no way.
Yeah, and she was like, yo, I think she's rep by this agency out here. And I said, yo, send her my stuff. Like, I had like 3 things on my reel. I was so hyped. I was like, yo, send her this. And then she goes, we connected through email, and she was like, yeah, stuff's great. I'll definitely pitch you to my agent. A week goes by, nothing. And then I get this. I was actually doing this. To me, it was like live theater. It was at this church. And then I did this live thing about communication. And I storm into the church and I'm like, yo. And I'm like, hey, the girl's name wasn't Sarah, but I was like, hey, Sarah, I thought you were picking me up today. And the preacher was talking and it was his wife. So it was like, we planned it, just us three. And I kept getting louder and louder and louder. I was like, you said you were going to pick me up and blase, blase, blase. And she's like, I didn't say I was picking you up. I said, you should come. And I said, no. And I said, what a great Christian you are. And I ran out of the church. And I was like, yo, that was dope. And I was like, upset. I was like, yeah, that was it. Because everybody's like, it was real. To them, it was real. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is why I love acting. Like, I love this. And then I sit backstage and then immediately, like, I get a text saying, okay, welcome to the agency. She said to me, she goes, I don't know what I can do for you, but let's try it. And I said, that's all I needed. And then boom, right after that, it just, here I am now. So yeah, shout out Agent Arizona, Layton. So that was it. I just needed a chance. And that's how I still am to this day. Just get me in the room, I'll do the rest. Because I know what I want and how good I am at what I do. And you say the same, cool, then we're gonna work great together. And so that's still how I am. I think I'll always be that way. Because I see it and hear and I feel it. And it makes sense to me. I connect with it.
So where do you see yourself in 10 years? Because you asked us that. We didn't ask you.
Oh, nice.
Where do you want your career?
I'm going to be chilling over in LA by the beach, reading scripts at a cafe, and then calling my manager and having lunch. Have a meeting with this director over here and go do that. And then I film in a couple weeks and go do my films and then hang out with my future misses and do that. Have a little garden, hang out, go surf.
Love it.
Hang out with my friends. Eat a lot of food, good food. And I want to keep doing the stuff what I do with the special needs students. I love that. Like I love doing that. I love working with students with intellectual disabilities and showing them and their families that they can like move their body. I'm a PE teacher and I love that. It's about movement. Like I'm a big kid. I'm literally a big kid. I act and I teach PE. Like I play sports, right? And I love that. And it like does something good for me outside of acting. It's like I love doing this because they don't care. They don't care that they see Coach DJ on TV. Like, yo, that's dope. So I don't have to listen to you anymore because we're cool now. And I'm like, no, bro, like go do your laps. It keeps me so humble. Like they don't care. Like they're like, whatever. And so I like that. I like I don't know, maybe substitute teach, here and there and drop in the classes after I'm done doing like a huge film. And
that was my dream when I was with my ex who was a teacher. I was like, how cool would it be for the future if like you're teaching class and like I just came off of like a big movie. I'm like a known actor or whatever. I just drop in and they're like, wait, like maybe like superhero roles. Like, oh my gosh, Spider-Man's in here. Cool. It's like this being like
Johnny Depp shows up in your class as like a teacher one day to teach English. Like that's what you're saying, right? Like whoa,
that'd be so cool.
Well, it's like sick. Like, my teacher's husband is this person. And it's like, wait, what? And it's like, he just comes by. We're chill with him.
He's a normal human being.
He's a human. Right? Dude goes to the grocery store. Like gotta eat.
Brings her lunch, just kind of hangs out a little
real
bit.
life.
Sometimes he comes in, sometimes he doesn't. But
that's what I see. I see it in my life in 10 years and forever, right? Like doing the things that I actually love doing, loving people around me, like my neighbors and my friends, family, going out to eat with my friends, and then going to work and doing what I love. And watching great movies, right? Like and
making great movies.
Like you know what I'm saying? Watching, making, like being involved in that, and that's not a fantasy. It's just I'm getting there, right? So,
do you have an I made it moment in your head of like once you get this part or once you do this thing, that's when like you can tell yourself that like I made it, like not like stopping your career, but at that point of like I'm finally at that point.
Yeah, I mean I've had it already. Is when I got paid for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I saw that check. I said, oh, I got to pay 2 months of my rent. I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went from $12 an hour to getting a $2,000 check for working for an hour. I said,
yeah, that's
this is
true.
criminal. Like, that's crazy.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
I still feel that way.
Yeah.
I've been doing this full time for 15 years now.
You made it.
Yeah,
You're working.
Still like every time I like raise my rate and someone gives it to me, I'm like, holy crap.
I'm battling that right now.
As you should.
Like,
right.
With my own stuff, either acting or with videography and stuff. Like I'm used to low stuff, so they're like, oh yeah, here's this. And I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that's how
but
much
it's
you're
that game of like you have to like guess how much money they have, you know?
Yeah.
Not just like lowball yourself because that's what you're used to. Like I always go like 300 more than I usually would at least, and then like
So
they can say no to it, but like sometimes there's been times where they're like, oh, we were gonna pay you like an extra $1,000, and I'm like, well, I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What's crazy about it is like for acting, because I don't know about anything else. Yeah, actually, I've been paid as a grip for a year, so I do know a little something. But anyways, I have people to pay.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have a manager and 2 agents. You know, if you have a publicist, like that's different. Like that comes in a different check. But I have people to pay.
Yeah.
So I can't go out for $150.
No way.
I can't.
Yeah.
It won't work. You know, and it's like I've had to say no to certain things because I'm like, I'm not doing this for $50.
Yeah.
Like you want me to travel and right?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not. I'm not being greedy. It has nothing to do with that. It's like
no, it's just business expenses. So you have to put it in the invoice.
The bigger you get, the bigger those expenses get.
That's what I'm saying. Your agent, like your manager, your publicist, your law, like
I was
legal
gonna say
team.
we had to pay for our
lawyer.
Like as an actor,
lawyers too, and security.
Wild.
Yeah, security is a big deal.
Like especially when you're at those A-list things like Tom Holland or Leonardo or Johnny Depp or anything that like their minimum is 20 million per thing, and people are looking like, so you're telling me that he only had to do 3 months of work and he got paid 20 million? It's like, well, first of all, there's a lot more that
you have to add up the daily.
A lot of
I'd be like this,
yeah. But there's also like depending on the film, like Keanu Reeves, the amount that he had to train for John Wick, or the amount that like someone has to train for, like it's not
you have
just
to pay
like
for that too.
Thing. And then it's also
like eating right and healthy. Like you want me to gain how much?
Yeah,
I have to do a personal trainer.
It's like, okay, you want me to play this person?
I gotta look like The Rock.
I have to gain 60 pounds of muscle, which means I have to hire a nutritionist. I have to hire a personal trainer. I have to get all
lifestyle.
this. And then
sometimes the movies pay for that too, all the training and stuff. Like I just thought, go ahead.
Well, like what I was trying to get into is like after you get that check, you don't get that 20 million. First of all, taxes, obviously. You're taxed as, like, if you're smart, you might...
my taxes this year?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
But, like...
I don't even want to know.
Typically, at least 20, 30% of whatever check you got, that's gone to taxes unless otherwise with expenses and stuff. But then, like you said, the manager and stuff, and usually those are based off percentages. Those aren't... like, oh, here's $100 to do that. It's like, okay, I got paid 20 million. I have to pay you 10 million now.
Yeah,
or I have,
like
or
10% or whatever.
Yeah, like, okay, I have to pay you $1 million. 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 And then like whoever your entourage is, because typically a big person, like you're probably gonna have to hire your own security for the hotel. You're probably gonna have to hire this person. You're probably gonna have to like the expenses add up. So you're walking away with a $5 million check from a $20 million role, and after that,
I'll take it.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
right.
But then it's also now you're jobless until the next gig.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know how long that $5 million has to last.
Yeah, so it has to pay for the rest of it.
Yeah, which and obviously like $5 million is still like a lot, but
just
not for them.
Don't
though.
buy stuff that
you can't afford.
I mean, it's different. Like if you're in a recurring role, I got $1 million an episode, and I'm doing this, I'm living this, and I feel it.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I have to be outside of the norm to not get bombarded.
Yeah.
To not get like everybody knocking on my door, hanging out, blah, blah, blah. I got a family, whatever. So you have to move yourself somewhere where it's, secluded and inexpensive.
Yeah.
And then whatever else you got going on, your publicist,
you can't
everything
be going to
else,
restaurants and stuff. So maybe
right, like we're speaking on a level of like celebrity, but like even just as a normal person getting paid $40,000 a year for an actor, it's like dope. It's, I don't know, anytime I'm getting paid to do what I love, and it's like a lot. Yeah, that's relative, right? But it's, wow, this is more than I usually get. Yeah, you know, it's awesome, and I would love to be able to say like, yeah, I'm gonna live in a normal apartment, you know, condo, and it's, you know, $2,500 a month, and I'm chilling here, and I'm making millions. I would love that. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like. I can't speak into the future in that sense, but it's like, I want to be so smart with my money that it's like I'm almost broke. Yeah. You know, I'm like giving myself allowances, like giving myself that $5 million. I would have to turn it around and say, how do I give interest so I don't have to work? Yeah. How do I live off of interest and live a normal life? Cool. Money's running out. I doubt that. If I got a $5 million check, I doubt I wouldn't be working. Right. Like, I doubt that with one movie and that's it, no one likes me no more. Yeah, for real. Like,
you can buy real estate and stuff too, like side jobs. Like, you know,
I would continue. I would love to continue working. Yeah, like cool. It might take a couple months off, whatever. Great. Just cool. I want to do this project. Hey, put me in a little Lincoln commercial or something. Get a fat check. Yeah, right. Like I talk about how much I don't want to do commercials, but it's like, yo, this one I do. Yeah, like exactly. I'll do that. Yeah. Like, look at my boy Samuel L. Jackson in Capital One commercials. Right. He says like 3 lines, bro, and I'm like, that's cool, good for him. So that's
a day for him. Like, yeah, sure.
It's like 10 mil, like 10 years of 10 mil, Capital One. You don't ever have to pay for your credit card bill again. Yeah, like, he's like, bet. So stuff like that, but. I don't know, I just want to live a life that I love living, you know, and I enjoy, and it makes sense, and I feel like I have a purpose, right? And as of right now, I feel that. I felt that for a while. And so it's like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Nothing else.
Yeah, like, I feel that too.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Nothing else, but I appreciate it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see where this continues to go for you.
Thank you.
Because like I've gotten to personally see the trajectory for the last 4 or 5 years, from being in that student film with you to now you're on a network show. Right.
That's
like
so cool.
Getting to see you personally grow into that has been such a treat for me. Just like as your brother, as your friend, as all that, like it makes me so happy to see that like there is someone in Arizona that's like close to us that is doing that kind of shit. Yeah. That's not just like
you made it.
The short films, the little student films. It's like you're actually putting in that work and you're actually getting some of that, like showing how possible, regardless of whatever the statistics show. Because I remember in
it's
class,
crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Like I remember,
don't even look at the statistics. Well, like
even in class,
don't read
that was
the reviews.
One of the things.
That's true.
He was saying, and I still remember it very verbatim. He was saying like 15% of actors make above $15,000 a year.
Yeah,
and
that's wild.
I was like,
it's actually 10. You're talking about the union.
Yeah.
You're talking about the union.
Like,
so 90, it's actually less than that. 95% of actors
don't
make
insurance.
more, which is only $25,000 to get health insurance in the union. 5% of actors get that.
Yeah. And
that's
so like,
a statistic.
And that scares a lot of people. And like, oh, well.
I love that. Go
that's
away.
That's the state of the industry though right now, because there's like no one working at all.
Well, I think it's
for
also
union projects. Yeah,
you also have to take into account of people of like, okay, who is actually like in those statistics, not in those numbers, who's actually really working in the career, or who is just like the one who has the SAG card but is just like Like,
I think there's like 100. I may be wrong on the actual number, but 160,000 union members.
And like, but out of those 160,000, how many are like
5%?
Really,
5% are making all of the money.
But like even in that like 5% though, or like even in like the 95%.
Yeah.
When you take into those numbers, not every bit of that 95% is hustling every day, trying to get an audition, trying to do all.
Probably not.
A lot of those people are like, oh yeah, I got my SAG card.
Well, there's only a certain amount of union jobs that happen every year too.
Yeah.
So like
to pay up to that much, right? Like that's why you see a lot of people doing daytime TV or doing just to keep up insurance, or I shouldn't say insurance, but benefits. Like I need this. Like for me, I need inside.
Well, you just need days.
Right.
Basically,
days.
right?
Right. For
or just a certain amount of money.
Like it's 20 grand.
Really,
like 25. Yeah. It's like I need to bring in this much to get my benefits.
Because crew side is the amount of days we have to do. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much money we make.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
For us, it's based off of income.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Different. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like why you join the union too, so you get the full rates.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you work 20. Allegedly, you work 20 days,
and you get that.
You get your rates, but it's like that's so crazy. There's 365 days in this year, calendar year.
Yeah,
you gotta work 20 days.
I can't work 20-ish days.
Yeah,
that's insane.
That's hard to do.
Oh, it's so crazy.
And that's
think
where,
about
like,
it, right?
The statistics can really scare you in those kinds of things. Right. But at the same time, like it's supposed to scare because that's how it filters out the people who aren't serious about making it their career versus those who are like, okay, those are the statistics. You're not telling me it's 0%. You're telling me it's low.
I have a chance. But give me a chance.
Yeah.
Does working as an extra count?
No.
No.
Does it?
For SAG, I believe you have to
have lines.
One speaking role, or I think it's if for an extra, I think it might be 3.
What? Wait. What are you talking about for working days for insurance?
Yeah.
Benefits, and what are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you just meant for SAG eligible.
No.
No,
You're talking about benefits.
Oh, benefits.
No, you have to have I have to be paid on like a call sheet.
Yeah.
Like I'm on call sheet type.
Right. But like extras get paid, so it doesn't count.
No, I'm sorry.
You have to be like
get paid,
principal
but it's
kind
like
of.
like a something in that sense, right? Not an extra.
Not an extra. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very.
I mean, like on the call sheet, like your name's on the sheet.
Okay. Yeah.
It gets to be a little bit confusing and stuff when it comes to SAG eligibility and like what all like. But you can also just go to the website and they'll have all the information on there too. Be like, oh, like
that's why I just called my manager.
Yeah, or just do that.
I don't know.
You just got to get a manager first.
It's just like I call and ask more questions, right? They should know.
Yeah, right? It's their job to research for you, kind of thing.
In the sense of
you
like,
can be the artist.
Hey, what do I have to do? Should I go SAG now? Should we? Well, no, the state of the industry is moving towards this, and I'm like, yeah, but. Okay, cool. I'll wait.
Right.
Or hey, what about it's different pricing here and then in LA. It's way to join is way different. Yeah. I think it's. I can't speak on it. I don't know how much it is here, but I know it's like $3,000 in LA.
But then the opportunities here versus there are also different.
Yeah.
Completely, as I'm saying, the market's different. What market?
Like it might be cheaper out here to do it, but you're also going to get a fraction of the possibilities and opportunities out here than if you were
going New York or LA. Yeah. That's me personally. Yeah. Right. I'm not saying anything about the industry in its own. I'm just speaking for myself personally. New York is where I say this in a bold statement, but I mean is where the artists are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's artists, obviously there's artists everywhere. Yeah. But the artistry is New York
deeper.
For me. It's
deep, it's old school.
The stage.
New York's got
it's the stage.
Yeah. That's the theater.
That's what I mean by the artist. They're everywhere, so don't get me wrong. Yeah. This isn't poking fun at nobody.
Different vibe.
It's a different vibe.
Like Broadway out there and stuff.
So. Bro, it's like every night you can go do something, right? Yeah. And go watch something.
Yeah.
Go watch theater. Like going to watch someone act live is completely different than it is on the screen because you feel it. You feel it on the screen, but it's like you are in tune with this person. And it's so different. I love watching theater in New York.
Yeah, me too.
I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And if I could get my equity card and go out to New York and go do stage, I would.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not trying that, but I want to go do film.
Yeah.
That's me. Like I'm a film guy. But
yeah.
I want to go do that right now, and because there's so much stuff you can do with film, and the way I watch movies and when I watch movies and what it does to me, I want to go do that for others, and I think that's why I'm here, headed towards LA because I want to surf too. You know? I want to be in a little rock band in the garage somewhere. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, brother, I appreciate
brother.
You. Yeah, well, brother.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I appreciate you kind of giving more insight and education into this industry because it is something that there isn't a whole lot of reliable education in this industry out here. Obviously, there are some good sources, but to be able to find those sources can be a little bit difficult. So to be able to get this insight from someone who is a working actor, who isn't just doing little short films and stuff out here, but who is actually in the industry and really kind of getting their feet wet and stuff, it's awesome to kind of get some of the insights as to like what it currently is, what it's currently like and stuff, and like building that career.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I just like got to know you today, and I'm just like
Super
very proud of you already. You know what I mean? It's just I can feel the passion, and like I can already tell just by like the photo shoot that I just saw happen that like you're extremely talented, and like you do embody like whatever character that you were pretending to be just now. You know what I mean? And I'm excited to watch you now too.
Oh, thank
but
you
I want
so
you in
much.
front of my camera.
Let's
do it.
We'll link
definitely
up.
have to get something
I'll
going.
do it. Oh, I appreciate you guys.
Any
Thank
last
you.
remarks that we didn't hit on for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about anti-fashionism and what that actually is. It's this idea that I shouldn't have to pay millions of dollars to wear something cool. Style is your own. Embody it, make it what you want, but you don't have to, spend a lot of money to look cool or be tight. So anti-fashionism.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. No, I just did it today.
Here, show us that shirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Woo!
My awesome girlfriend made it.
Nice.
That's dope.
I like it.
Cool.
That's dope. Awesome,
That's it.
man. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
you.
That was fun.